What is up, everybody? So a couple of weeks ago I did a video on Chester Weger. If you're unfamiliar with that name, there's a documentary out about him called The Murders at Starved Rock. They were supposed to go back to court on February the 8th, but when February the 8th came around, the testing they needed to have been completed wasn't done, so they agreed to push the trial 10 weeks. The new hearing date is April the 18th. That is the date they expect to be able to present all of the new DNA testing that they are doing in his case. Now, the source is linked in the description below, so you can go have a click and read for yourself. But here is what it states. A private lab isn't finished analyzing evidence from the Starved Rock murders case, so Tuesday's hearing was moved to April 18th. Chester Weger's attorney confirmed Saturday that the lab analysis is still pending, so attorneys agreed to move the hearing. Chester Weger's attorney stated the testing should be completed shortly before then. Hopefully. So hopefully by April 18th we'll be able to get some answers. Late last year he got a judge to send pieces of evidence to a private lab for tests that were not available back in 1960, such as DNA testing. The items that they sent were cigarette butts, hairs, and pieces of string that were collected at the crime scene. So he's maintained his innocence since the beginning. He is expecting DNA to exonerate his name. He is out of prison right now, but he wants his name to be completely removed as a suspect from this case. He was in prison for a long time for this, maintained his innocence since the beginning. There are still people out there on both sides of the fence, but he is hoping that this DNA testing that they are doing right now, that will hopefully be back by April 18th, which is when the next trial date is, the next court date is, that it will finally completely clear his name. You would have to be absolutely crazy to send items off. I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. I'm saying you would have to be crazy to want to send DNA items off to a lab if you know you convicted the crime. He spent a ton of time in prison, finally got out, and still wants to try and clear his name. So if he is guilty and is sending these items for DNA testing, that's bonkers to me. That's the biggest thing that leads me to believe that he could very well be innocent, because he got himself out of prison. Why wouldn't you just let it go and continue to live your life? Unless you are indeed innocent and these items can prove it, and there's no chance of you going back to prison. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out in April. That's the biggest update. I've seen some questions on my last video asking where the test results were. This is where the test results are. They are not done yet. So when April 18th rolls around, or if anything else comes up before then, I'll be sure to make a video about it. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you again soon.